Welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, a dating and relationship coach, and I help women to be their most authentic self so that they can keep and find love. Because authenticity is attractive. So today I want to talk about expectations in dating. Are they good or are they bad? So we all have expectations, right? We expect that the sun will rise in the morning. We expect our coffee to taste a certain way. We expect our mom to be kind to us. There's certain things that happen in the world that we've come to expect. And the kind of expectation that I'm talking about today that we have in dating is often an expectation that we put on someone else to behave or show up in a certain way. And a lot of times I get the question, well, is it good to have expectation? Oh, do I have too many expectations? Am I being too picky? And I want to shift the conversation to define the difference between what is an expectation and what is a standard. Because in dating, there's a difference between expectations and standards. So I want to talk and share the definition that I have for each of those. So hopefully you'll get some clarity on the one way that you want to approach having needs and wants and desires in relationship. Because those things are good, right? We wouldn't have a relationship if we didn't have things that we wanted, things that work for us, things that turn us on, things that turn us off. The difference, however, is in the definition. So when I hear the word expectation, a lot of it means what I'm expecting someone else to do. So the emphasis is on them, on their behavior, and I'm wanting them to act a certain way so that I feel better. So it gives the control over to that person as to whether you feel okay or you get your needs met or you feel connected. And it's actually a de-empowering move to have expectations in the sense that the focus is external. You're trying to get what you need by other people behaving a certain way. And of course, as humans, we can only control what we do, what we want, and what we, how we act. That is the locus of control that we have. It's not necessarily on our date or on our partner or what they do. That's up to them. And so I bring that up because there's also the difference between expectations and standards. And standards, on the other hand, are like values that we hold, things that we are internally guarding as. Standards are different because they're internal values that we hold and operate from. So for example, I have a standard that someone will treat me with kind words. So if they start cursing at me or criticizing me, they're not meeting my standard. And I can decide from there what I want to do. Maybe I want to get up and leave. Maybe I want to, if this is a dating situation, maybe that's the last time I want to see them. I'm controlling what I'm doing. I'm not necessarily controlling what they're doing. But if someone learns about my standard and they want to connect with me and I make it clear what it is, then they have the choice. They can choose to meet me there. They can choose to meet me in what I need or what I want or prefer. And so I want to suggest that expectations in dating can lead us to a place where we get really disappointed. So we're either disappointed that they're not measuring up to what we thought, we're frustrated that they're doing something differently than what we thought. And sometimes these are uncommunicated, right? We have an expectation and we just want this person to read our minds. And people can feel that. They can feel like, wow, she's not that happy, or she's starting to close down, or she looks frustrated, because we are really underneath that putting our value into the hands of the other person. We're saying, if you meet this expectation and do this, then I'll finally feel happy. Then I'll be okay. That my okayness depends on what the other person is doing. And that can get us into a bad negative space. Where over time, if you go forward in a relationship, it can really add a lot of stress and tension in a partnership, versus having standards where you own them, you value what you do, you communicate it, and then you create consequences or boundaries if your standards aren't met. And that is a place of empowered relating. And so I want to suggest to you, if you're out there dating, to consider and evaluate, do you have a lot of expectations or do you have standards? And I wouldn't say that you have maybe too many things, that you're too picky or too many expectations. It's not a matter of whether you have too many or too few, but it's more a matter of where are you focusing? Are you in control of what you want, or are you like off-putting the control to the other person? Offloading, maybe is it better, the control to the other person. All right, my friends, I hope this has been helpful to you if you're in the dating process. I also want to, next video, go through more, what does it look like to really embody your standards? How do you show up? How do you communicate those? And what kind of boundaries or consequences might you put into play when you're dating? All right, my friends, I hope this video has been helpful. I can't wait to see you on the next one. Until then, much love, and I wish you a wonderful week. Take care. Also, if you're a woman who has been out of the dating game for a while, or maybe you've been dating and it's been like you're knocking on closed doors, well, I want to offer you this upcoming workshop called Dating Readiness Workshop for Women. And we're going to be going through processes in groups that will help you to explore some of your areas where you can grow and also get to that point where you feel really ready to show up on a date, knowing what you want and able to communicate it. So if that's you, I would love to have you join us on January 23rd, 2021. And as always, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, click subscribe. And if you like this video, click like below. All right, take care. Until next time, much love.